Good evening, y'all. This is Wine Therapy. This is Donna. Say what's up to the people out there.
Yo.
So I guess yo.
Yes, yo. I can sing it.
Go
What's
ahead.
up to the people out there? Yeah.
They ain't even all that though. Ain't even all that.
You do it then. Let's hear you do it.
No. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all got y'all wine, glasses, drink, yak, whatever you got. We gotta have a good show today. Wine Therapy. Today's show was talking about vulnerability in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good? Is it bad? Is it everything?
Mm-mm.
What you guys got to say about vulnerability?
Being vulnerable. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think are you capable of being vulnerable?
I think so. It just it's always a caution because when you be vulnerable, you open yourself up to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like your heart is online out there. Your heart is online out there, cuz. Your heart is online out there, cuz. Somebody do something about her, cuz. You know how to do to them, cuz? No. You gotta it's crazy. It's being vulnerable is like I can. It just so cautious though, because people just have so much like evil motives. Like, what are they gonna do? You just
Mm-hmm.
never know. That's why it's difficult.
Yeah.
You put yourself out there, you could be looking dumb too.
Big facts. I think it's when you put yourself out there too soon, though, because some people, and I think for most guys, it's a turnoff when a woman is vulnerable too soon. I think it scares men away. I think vulnerability as a whole scares men away.
Hmm. I wouldn't say women are more vulnerable than men. I say that at least. Women
I
have
agree
the
with that.
tendency to be more vulnerable than men.
I agree with that. You know, the vulnerability part of it is like expressing yourself and being in touch with your feelings. And like I said, just part of it, which you all have a hard time with.
Men do have a hard time. So a man that's cheating, is he vulnerable or not vulnerable?
He's not.
Because okay, so I got this little checklist off the internet. You know, I did my research. I want to cite my source, but I can't remember my source because I didn't put the source down. But this is from the Book of Hendo. What's up, Ashley Davis? Good evening. How you doing out there in Mississippi? What's up? What's up, cuz? No, so vulnerable. It says the 7 ways to be vulnerable in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is to check in with yourself.
With yourself?
Yeah, have a better understanding of you. Nobody knows you better than you.
Okay, I don't know why my mind went way left with this because nobody know. I feel like is that like promoting self love as in like masturbation? Nobody knows you better than you, or like
No, check in with yourself. Like, have comfort in with yourself. Get your life right with God. That could be one of the things too.
I concur.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that
So
makes sense.
that's one of the things. I'm trying to, Facebook just changed stuff on me all the time. I'm trying to get to the groups on my mobile, but it ain't working out for me right now.
Mm-hmm. They hating on a player. Hating on a player.
They always hate on the player. You feel me? Facebook always hating on the player. But I think that's I figured it out. Y'all. Anyway, check in with yourself. So like therapy.
Mm-hmm.
If you need therapy, you got something in the past, like Ashley said, look in the mirror and affirmation. That's what I'm thinking. So she's not thinking X-rated like you. She's like look in the mirror like Michael Jackson. Let's see. So look within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Look at your mirror and say, self, I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have something that you love about yourself, for the guys, if you have a nice penis, say, I love myself and my penis. And women, if you have nice tatas or nice buttocks, look in the mirror and say,
I'm gonna push my wine glass away.
I gotta work tonight, so I can't. So, but hey, but okay. The second one: engage in self-soothing. Provide comfort to yourself.
All of these are sexual, Joe. Yeah,
It's
like,
not sexual. Look, let me tell you something. Provide self-soothing could be getting your nails done. I've been on the route with getting pedicures. Pedicures are actually good. Ain't nothing like a little
yeah,
Asian woman rubbing my feet.
pedicures save lives.
Hey, but no, like self-soothing. So like women got their little spa days. You know, you go get a massage,
Yes,
or whatever,
yes.
something like that. Um, what are some other self-soothing things you can think of? Not just G-rated.
Having wine is self-soothing.
What about hanging out with with the girls or the fella? I don't think that's self-soothing though.
Yeah, no, actually, it can be like, it's a moment where you can let your guard down.
But if you got toxic friends, it won't be that soothing, or if they bring their drama to you, it won't be as soothing.
Yes, this is true. I do like the spa day and the massage. That is definitely another one. And it kind of depends on your personality because for some people, the working out piece is soothing. You know what I mean?
I got my working out for 30 minutes today. I'll be
Oh, you pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it.
let's go. God damn it. No. So I got that. So anything soothing, like I say, so I went last time I got a pedicure was before I went to Vegas. I
Mhm.
went and I got the stones and stuff. So they got my knees, I had the surgery on my knees. So they went up to the knees and everything. And then it was like some music put in my head. Making love between the sheets. Whoa, 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 the H is going down.
All
Baby.
right, keep it PG.
Okay.
Talk about me.
This wine therapy.
It is. It is.
PG-13.
Yes.
Strong sexual content.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all
Absolutely.
rapists. No, so anything
Absolutely.
self-soothing. And we're not talking about anything X-rated. But if that's your way of doing things, I can't be judgmental.
That is funny.
But let's go to number 3. Schedule regular check-ins with your partner. What do you think about that? When you're in a relationship, do you do check-ins or do it happen naturally? Do you schedule them? How does that happen?
I think well, if it depends, if you're in tune with your partner, it's gonna happen naturally. You know what I mean? But I think that's very, very important. You gotta be able to read your partner's or understand your partner's mood and pick up on those cues when they're pissed, when they're upset, when they're stressed. And that's a vulnerability thingamajig.
Good evening, Amy. She's in the building with us. Well, not in the building, in the virtual building with us. Amy, what's up? What's going on?
She's in the metaverse with us.
So the check-ins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like this. Like that's why Avon made the song. I could read your mind, babe. I could read. I know what you're thinking, and I know it. But you schedule the regular check-ins with your partner. You don't think you got to schedule. It just happen naturally. You just naturally do it. It's kind of like you follow a pattern, and it's not a
Mm-hmm.
communication like the regular check-ins and everything. If you don't
Yeah.
get a connection, and I think you got to schedule it, then schedule. If you got to schedule your check-ins, it's kind of like almost a controlling thing to me. So I don't.
Well, you know what? It could be about conflicting schedules. So, like this week, what was that? Yesterday, I didn't leave work until 8:45. You know what I'm saying? So if my partner works nights, if he's, you know what I'm saying, like that's important. You know what I mean? Because we could be two ships passing in the night, and scheduling it is better than not doing it at all.
Amy says communication is necessary, and Ashley said you may have to schedule it if you work opposite schedules. No, you don't. Let me tell you something. It's like trying to schedule sex. You cannot. Let me tell you something. You cannot schedule sex.
Yeah, that's
You
just
gotta know it. It's just like it gets boring. Like I don't think a girl get as moisture when you got a schedule. It's gotta be like spontaneous. Like say for example, I know what time you come home from work, and that's gonna be the house gonna be empty. I'm gonna walk around naked. Just let it hang.
I'm naked.
But that's the that's the spontaneous thing about it. So the scheduled check-ins is like I feel like I'm on like parole or something.
No, but
Hmm.
not necessarily scheduled like that. But like if I'm on my way to work when you're on your way home, make it a point to call. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the important part. Not like schedule like, all right, babe, at 8:30 we're gonna have this check-in, or it could literally be like we're gonna schedule, and I'm not gonna say a date night, but quality time together.
And nothing wrong if you're in a relationship using the word date. I told you that.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Dating is allowed in a relationship. It's outside the relationship where people use that date and they get tainted and toxic. That's another topic for another day. But the thing about the schedule regular check-ins, I think about scheduling sex. That might work out for some people, but scheduling sex does not like it's not exciting. It's like it's gotta have it happen. You know, you might just want to get up in the middle of the night, you know what I'm saying? That's not scheduled, it just happens.
yeah, I like that. Like in the middle of the night, if I can get the quickie when you at work somehow, you know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
schedule.
yeah.
No schedule. Yeah. So another thing too, get outside your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So again, let me just read this comment by Ashley before we move on. Ashley said check-ins are better in person, but sometimes they may have to be over the phone due to conflicting schedules. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like a good morning. If something like happened naturally, good morning or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, okay, I want to go back to Ashley saying check-ins are better in person, but sometimes they have to be over the phone, which is fine. But like, it's nothing like that face-to-face piece because then you can touch me, you can rub my back, I can, rub your beard, you know what I'm saying, like that, because that part is important too. That touch.
Yeah, that's your love language, though.
Hmm?
But that's your love language. What if a man don't have a beard though? Is his face still considered a beard if it's naked?
No, but it could be rubbable.
Rubber bow.
Okay, but the getting out the comfort zone is key because okay, like my ex, he rode a motorcycle, and I'm scared of all things heights, speed, roller coaster related, all of that stuff. So I went outside of my comfort zone, and I would get on the bike with him. But that's because I felt safe with him. Like I wouldn't just get on the bike with like
I would.
Talbot and then like that. It was, you know,
I would get on the back. Get on the motorcycle. Period is dangerous. On motors, so I didn't say.
yeah.
But get on the back of a motorcycle. It's only be like, so I was riding on 294 one time, and this girl's on the back of the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the Gwen Stefani song when they had the thongs and that lower pants and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This girl wasn't rocking it right, but just getting on the back of a motorcycle. Oh, it takes like because of the dangers, it takes courage and stuff like that. So I guess get out of your
Mm-hmm.
comfort zone. I'm not. I'm scared of heights, so you'll never see me going hiking on the mountains. There's some things I just ain't doing.
Okay, so let's talk about this, especially you as a man, right? There's something about you because I know that your story about the Dominican when you went ziplining and you're supposed to go ziplining and you didn't.
I did. I went 1/4 zip lining.
Okay, 1/4. But is there something about like when you in this situation that you like, I gotta man up for my woman, like I gotta face this fear?
No, I don't care about that. I don't have to face nothing out to prove anything. I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't go the kayak thing because I watched Shark Week before I went to that was in Mexico and East La Mujeres. And ocean water have a tendency to be 3 feet deep and it goes to 100 feet deep. It just drops. There's no level. So yeah, I don't have to prove anything. I'd be like, babe, I'm a pussy. I'm not doing that. I'd rather just be honest. I'm the biggest pussy. I'm not going on the zip line thing because I have a heart attack. I'm like a little bitch. You go see me say, "Oh, I can't."
So funny. But what about if it's just like or about the actual experience with her? Not as drastic as like the zip line, but something it's about that y'all doing that together. Like that she got you out of your comfort zone. That builds intimacy.
We
That's
don't have to do anything life threatening to build
it's
it.
not life threatening, but it's gonna challenge your fear. Like a man who will get me to be in the same room with a dog, he's
That's
special.
different. Okay, a snake. I'll take more chances with a snake than go do anything of heights. A snake can be. I can. A snake can kill you too. But I would hold a snake temporarily for 5 seconds. I face my fear doing that. We can take a picture together. But I'm just not fucking zip lining. Wee! I'm not doing under the ocean because sharks can change their mind. You get these things and people, oh, we can swim with the sharks. They're nurse sharks. I don't the fuck a nurse shark. I'm not going there swim with sharks. No.
That is so funny. I do have a problem with though people who take you too far outside of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like don't push the limit. Let me build that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take it too far. Okay, would you go jet skiing? You can't swim, but you are in control of the.
Okay, give me a life jacket. I'm in control. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay,
go jet skiing a little bit. You know, I,
okay.
I like to learn how to swim though, so I got to learn to swim.
I was never mind.
I you know how to swim?
I don't, but I wanted to take swim lessons, and I recall somebody on this screen shooting me down
I don't recall.
because the lessons was near your house.
At the park district.
No,
I don't know.
yeah, but
I gotta. That's nothing. Okay, swim lessons. Let's talk about that then. To take swim lessons, you gotta do it with somebody that you trust. Because last time I took swim lessons, somebody let me at the bottom of a 9-foot pool, and
see,
luckily there was a ladder to climb myself way out of it.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Actually, anybody asks you, like,
Actually be doing it, but that's the vulnerability part. Like, are they going to understand your fear and take it, slow? You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a bad experience with that, I'm gonna have a hard time trusting you with stuff like that ever again, and hence I'm not gonna be vulnerable with you in that area.
Vulnerability takes a lot for a man. Period. It
I
takes a lot for a
concur.
man to be vulnerable. See, women. Okay, so men can shoot their shot, right? And
Hmm.
that's some degree of vulnerability, but it's not really to the extreme. Women won't shoot their shot for it's just not like common. Women sometimes do it, but women don't want to be shot down either. But
Hmm.
men, because they're macho, is why they're not as vulnerable. Because like, think about it, if they're a man, they become really, really vulnerable, and they get hurt. They're really crazy.
Yes.
They become like psycho, track
Yes.
down, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why, especially when couples are married, like, and a man becomes vulnerable and he's gave his all, and the woman just becomes like a little slut, doing all slutty things. Slut.
Oh my goodness, something's wrong with you.
Hey, so it says, I gotta read this because it says try this vulnerability exercise, right? And I had this screenshot because this is too much to write. And I'm gonna cite my source, I think, if they still on here. No, I got Monday Night Football up, so I can't cite them. But I did screenshot um, the people, and I still can't say the name. Anyway, it says, speaking of a stretching beyond your comfort zone, consider this couple's exercise. Sit quietly, back to back, while focusing on breathing together.
Wait,
Breathe.
say it
Sit quietly, back to back, while focusing on breathing together.
again.
That's the first thing. So breathe in, breathe out. Don't do the chicken hand. Don't let it out.
Okay.
So, so you gotta like kind of get your inhale and exhale together. So it can feel really awkward at first, they say, but it's a great way to practice vulnerability because it's outside of most people's comfort zone.
Mhm.
This practice of breathing together will also help you learn how to listen more effectively, both to yourself and your partner.
All right, I got the ghetto version of that.
What?
Sitting in the car silent. Some people can't do it. Silence is okay.
Hmm?
Like, do you sometimes when you're in the car, do you feel the need to fill the silence with conversation? Like, it's okay to be, we in the car, it's okay to be quiet sometimes. We ain't always gotta have something to talk about.
I don't like that. I am fucking noisy. I gotta have music playing.
Music can play, but we ain't gotta be talking about everything.
But
Like,
still noise though.
hmm?
It's still noise.
But that's the point. Like, that's the point of the exercise, being able to just
I,
hushy
I,
mushy.
Ashley, she said it could be a little awkward depending on the person to be quiet in a car like that.
Oh, that is so funny. I agree. I just wanted to know.
No car silence. It's like, think about it. See, we're just quiet. That's weird. This is I need noise. I need music. I like music is my comfort zone. That's one thing that's comfort me. Music. I just got to listen to music, so it like help my mood.
Yeah.
Uh, so I sit quietly back to back, listen to music. Well,
Let's see.
all right. I'm gonna sing too.
Yeah, you are.
I get my vocals chords fixed, y'all. So coming soon. Jay Hendo, living tomorrow. All right. Uh,
Wow.
another, another thing too about vulnerability. Let me see. Let me read some of this. Um, Amy says she's on my side. First time in a long time, Amy. I actually said super awkward. Let me put on a concert in the car. Yeah, you got to because it's too quiet.
Yes.
Amy says conversation, music, or both at the same time.
Yeah, let's sing it out.
A concert. See, I don't like that quietness you talking about. Like
I'm
that's
not with it. You know, I'm Madam Sing a lot. You know, I'm singing all the time. I'm a hummingbird, baby. Like me. I'm sorry. It really is the wine.
Are you? Is this wine therapy? Are you trying to audition? Is Puppy watching?
Both. You know, I'm trying to get out of education, so I'm a.
I don't think Puffy be the right person to sound.
Oh, okay.
So I know I have to think about a producer than him.
Yeah. Take that.
Because Puffy a little bit sometimes play for the same team. Was comments. I'll take you shopping, dog. I just gonna say this one. Be a better listener. This is one of the biggest things of vulnerability. This is how you know if you're vulnerable. Because some people, when you're having a conversation or a debate, they are waiting to interject and speak their piece before you're able to finish. Because they're not even listening. They want to just they say something and they just like itching to get in. They're not even listening because I had to work on that too. I'm way better at that now. I sit back, I observe, listen, and fire back. But I listen though. I don't think my fire back is pew pew pew.
I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. I'm gonna stop drinking this wine. Like,
you know, a lot of guys these days fire backs is pew pew pew
pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew. Like I ain't do pew. But listeners though, that's one of the problems in a relationship. I think Amy mentioned it earlier. She said something about communication and listening. How do people actively listen? You can listen. Hearing is one thing. Actually, listening is another thing. So,
I'm a better listener than expresser.
Better listener.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hear that because some people just want to just listen. I hate having conversation with people. They just cut me off like, hold up. It's like I'm not finished. You're not gonna understand what I'm saying unless you listen and comprehend what I'm saying, so you can properly respond. Yeah, you're cutting me off. So, man, this is a nice list. So let me get this last part. It said weave more vulnerability moments into your day. So what it means by that is improving intimacy. So what I was thinking, like for everybody out there in boring sex life, they like to do missionary style. You got to switch it up because missionary is not really.
Didn't you just tell me the show was PG?
But it's one of the things. It says improve intimacy. How do you improve intimacy? Anybody likes to do missionary style all the time needs to switch it up. Do it sideways. Do it something. Do some foreplay. Actually, I didn't say it was not just sexual intimacy. That's one of the things.
Thank you, Ashley.
But I got here. Improve intimacy is one. That's you got to add more. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if your partner is not there with you live, have video sex. I'm just talking about the intimacy part. You got to be able to be versatile.
I feel you on that. Let me tell you a quick story. But I totally 100% agree with you on that. And just like Ashley said, right? So, when I first met my ex, right, one time I told him he was putty in my hands, and it pissed him off. Like he was like, "What? I'm a real dude. I ain't putty." And years later, he was putty in my hands, but it's because he was able to be vulnerable with me. So I feel like men in the beginning, y'all have like this tough exterior, like. But then all of a sudden y'all crying all the time and, telling like, I want a puppy and, can you massage my feet?
Hey, hold on. That's true. In the beginning, when you meet somebody and you have a tough exterior and you yourself, it takes some time to open up the other side of you, right? That's true. But I don't know about no crying and want my damn feet rubbed and talking about I want a puppy and stuff. That's a little bit like
that is so. Not the crying, but the other stuff. All of a sudden, you don't realize that you like bubble baths and rose petals in your bubble set. But yeah, y'all become real like putty in our hands.
Say y'all.
Men, y'all do.
Y'all, don't put no damn rose petals in my goddamn bath water. I see that's a problem. I don't need rose petals in my bath water. You can rub my bath water. You don't put no rose petals in my bath water. I don't want rose petals. It is not manly
I'm telling you, after a while, y'all okay singing Beyonce songs around us. Because at first y'all barking like DMX, and then all of a sudden y'all like,
I don't
yes, it's true. All of a sudden, my favorite song is your favorite song. That's vulnerability. That's building intimacy.
know.
You okay to let that tough
Borderline.
exterior down in front of me?
You allowing that man to wear that person, match your purse. That's what that is. Them singing Beyonce, whatever. Now there is some songs like Jill Scott, the guys might sing, but in privacy. But you don't. I don't know. You don't not vulnerable. That's not. I don't. That vulnerable stuff. That stuff. Men keep to themselves.
You ain't met a good one yet. Yeah, if that vulnerability comes down,
it ain't even a good one. It's like okay, my ex Alicia Keys. I sing some of her music. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it has. I'm not gonna be like no that okay GAY. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. Actually, she's gonna ask you a fight. I want a bath bomb. Look, let me tell you something. I don't do bath bombs though. But however, there are some guy bath bombs for men in terms of therapeutic, as far as like what you call it, like the recovery process that works the body. I would do it on that note. I'm not gonna be like, dog, I'm gonna go home, put a bath bomb in the tub. You know what I'm saying? Shh.
You ain't gonna tell everybody, but you definitely gonna go home and do it. Y'all all of a sudden using our facial products, like, ooh, this lotion nice, make my hands feel good.
Pedicure, yes. I even got my hands like done as far as getting these little rough spots out before I went to Vegas, but I'm not doing all that. No.
That is so funny.
I disagree. She said so. Amy said if he met the right one, he would become open-minded. He meets a split. No, I am open-minded. I am open-minded. Here's the thing. So I know what. So Ashley said, so you would like to get a pedicure. I got a pedicure before.
No, let your girl give you a pedicure. That's that.
What you doing? I had a girl have gave me a pedicure before. I've let it happen.
What she was doing?
She actually knew what she was doing. My finger was catchy sharp.
Apex, intimacy and vulnerability is letting your partner shave your pubic hairs.
No, just no. You're not gonna take my thing.
Yes, that's trust. That's intimacy. That's being vulnerable.
Vulnerable part is like that's not vulnerable.
That's trust. That's all the things, baby. That's all of it.
I'll get that shot of here. Ain't nobody fucking shave my pubic hairs. That's vulnerability. That's trust. It's vulnerability and trust. Shave my pubic hairs.
That is funny. We need some men in the comments to defend you, because right now, my girl Amy, high five. Pex, high five.
Ashley, Pex, and Ashley, and they ain't right. Nah, ain't no vulnerability for shaving the goddamn hairs down there. No, that's no woman. Like spending some extra minutes in bed when you don't normally do it. You normally like get up in the morning. You get up at 7:30 in the morning, and you might lay down an extra 15 minutes. Your partner just hold it for the extra 15 minutes. That's something different. But all this extra stuff you talking about, singing Beyonce songs and stuff, showing for it. No,
I'm telling you.
No, I'm not doing no Beyonce songs.
You could be putty in some woman's hands. I'm telling you.
It ain't no putty. Like any guy, first of all, let me tell you something about men. Men today, real men, they can be very macho and they can show their soft side. They don't show too much of their hand. They subsequently release some things. They subsequently release it little by little. Now, men that just want to just give it all up the same day can watch them because they might be let into the fires early. They might be a little bit backing into the woods, looking for other guys. We don't know.
Stop it.
But if they want vulnerable, they show the vulnerable. They just give a vulnerability like, girl, I like that song. Like, come on now, you just can't. But
answer Amy's question.
What's Amy's question? If your queen wants you to, let's say, wax her, you wouldn't do it. I mean, it's different.
Why is that different? She couldn't wax you?
No.
You want her to put that thing in her mouth, but she can't wax you?
I can take care of myself. I'm not getting the wax like that. Why would you wax right there? Let me tell you, so there's other methods than waxing right there. I'm not waxing.
No waxing. That is so.
They got nothing to do with vulnerability anyway. Like
it does.
Oh, it does.
It does, because you're vulnerable enough to know that she still sees you as a man, that you're still masculine, But at the same time, you're going to do these things that are not typically viewed as masculine. You're being vulnerable. You're letting that guard down.
That's the wrong with the problem today. That men are too goddamn feminine. You letting that guard down, so men are feminine. They dressing like little dresses and purses and shit. Oh, I'm being vulnerable, with my girl. You know, it's like, you're not being vulnerable.
Hear
It's
that?
something
Like,
else.
let me
It's
see. If we were at a party and he told them that I shaved him or waxed him or whatever, I'd be like, don't say that. Like,
men don't have conversations like that though.
I don't know. Some men are vulnerable enough to share that.
Wait, hold on. She bring up a point. Well, I might be open to that. She might start doing some things while she there.
Come on, girl. That's my boo. Pex, yes. Mm-hmm. That is so funny.
Okay.
That is funny.
Got a point there. I didn't think I could be convinced, but that's the point. What I did, I read her comment. I listened, which is a point of being vulnerable.
That's funny. You read her comment and listened. What about trying new things together? I think that's important as well.
Like what?
So if we both have never been to Bourbon Street, let's do that together. Let's experience something new together.
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah, that's actually so. That's something you want to do?
No, If you name something you want to do, I name something I want to do, and we both try and experience that thing together.
So here's my take on that.
Go for it.
Like, okay, so if it's something that you want to do, that's cool. That's being open-minded. You know what I'm saying? So that's opening up another something in my life that I'm not exposed to. So that's being vulnerable. Well, being vulnerable is being open-minded too as well. So men that are not open-minded, because some men are like, I do this, they got a schedule, everything is scheduled, clockwork. And that's why I say step more outside your comfort zone. Because I had an older brother, he's clockwork with the stuff he does. Step outside his comfort zone is not one of the things he does a lot. You know what I'm saying? Actually, both of them. When you step outside your comfort zone, you're doing something that you typically and normally do not do that your partner might be interested in. Instead of saying, "No, I ain't doing that," you do it.
Oh, hey, me and Amy gotta hang out because that's my girl. Listerine strips are.
Boy. You might as well turn this to a sex room podcast.
It's the wine.
Sex room. Room. Love. So this is the thing. And this is why men are macho and they don't like show vulnerability. Because narcissistic women, yeah, I know those that little thing can be safe for date night, the Listerine strips and stuff. Like y'all do other date night shows. But this is why men are not vulnerable. You got to pick the right one because some women go and talk shit to their girls or talk shit behind your back. He's soft as hell. You know what I'm saying? So men gotta be careful pick and choose because I've been at some people's homes where the women get mad and they start pointing shit out that they shouldn't point out. This is why men are not vulnerable. Like, yo, soft ass, this, whatever, little bitch. Yeah. It's like some women could be utterly disrespectful.
Absolutely.
And it prevents men in the future from being as vulnerable. It takes a lot to become vulnerable.
Yeah, it does. And I hate when women do that. Like they take that vulnerability and use it against you. And men too. Men do the same thing. They do the same thing. And that's when the relationship turns slightly controlling and abusive.
Men do. The women are, I think, naturally they can become vulnerable. But women, when they've been like scarred a few times, they fence come down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just as slow as a man's come down. So they've been hurt. Because here's a man who lack confidence, right? A lot of men who lack confidence are most of the ones who cheat. Men cheat, but lack confidence in the woman cheat because they feel like someone feel they're not good enough for the woman. So they're messing with a woman that's like at lower status than what they want. So like, for example, let's say, you're making 100 grand, 150, whatever. You got this going on and you're making more than him. You feel like you're better than him. He's going to mess with a woman of lower status.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a confidence thing. It's an insecurity thing on him.
Yeah.
It happened. I've seen it happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it happened. The thing is, it shouldn't matter how much a woman make, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you in a serious relationship and you see it being a future, goals or whatever, you're a team.
Yeah.
You're a team. You're together. you're trying to make an impact in this world and take on the world together. So how much money she makes, if she making more money than you, should not matter. But society has teaching today that made women more powerful, and women should be in powerful roles because I
Hmm.
feel for that. And I mean as a protector. Men
Yeah.
are supposed to do that. But they have taught men today to be vulnerable and be little bitches, dress in skirts. So how can you lead when you got more feminine traits than your partner?
Yeah. So that's so just being honest, the vulnerability piece is something I have had to recently work on. So I think me and you talked about this, that how I start with my guard up, because you're never gonna use something that I shared against me. Like that's like the ultimate betrayal in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you do that? So, like I said, I'm a better listener than expressor. So if I take the time to share with you how I feel about something, then that means a lot to me. And so for you to dismiss it, or a person to dismiss it, that's that's big. That's crazy. And then that wall kind of goes back up.
But what I guess guys will do it happen both ways, but guys will do it to me that's considered weak to me
Hmm.
when somebody shares something personal with you and
Hmm.
you use it against them and turn it back.
Hmm.
And that sometimes have an effect on future relationships that the man or the woman may have because of what they experienced in the past.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with like hurt or being over it. It's just that you've been across so many bridges where they've been burned.
Hmm.
Before you let your guard down, let this bridge down, you want to make sure that you're dealing with a man and not a man that say he's a man, but he's a little boy, he's a Jody, or he fucking is confused. Who
Yeah.
knows? Confused nowadays is what they say. So, you know.
Yeah. Ashley said, Peck said it happens a lot, right? So I think so. Let me say, well, you tell me what you think about this, because sometimes the vulnerability piece, men or people think that women have to be like a damsel in distress. I want to be saved. I want you to fix my problem. And that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. So I'm not always going to be like, babe, I'm expressing this to you or saying this to you because I need you to solve it or I need you to save me. But I just need to let it out. You know what I'm saying? For you to be a sounding board. And so they see women as who don't need to be saved, quote unquote, or to be fixed or have a problem fixed. They're too strong. That's when that she not submissive, she independent. But that's, I don't need you to save me. I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to listen to me.
But is that a man? Does a man know? Sometimes men are not mature to even know that. Women are they mature quicker than man. So this is easy. Sometimes you can tell as a man if a woman wants you to do anything or not. Sometimes she just wants you to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you need to interject, you take your time, you interject and you make comments. But most of the time they just want you to listen.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit, you listen.
Mm-hmm.
If it's time to interject, you interject as a man, give your opinion. But that's a woman being vulnerable. It's time for
Yeah.
you to listen, period. That's one of the things you gotta do is listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes though,
I say
need
it.
women that just talk so damn much and just say crazy things and they just like go on and on and on and on. And then I don't use it against them. I would never, whatever, but it's just like, be quiet, please. Like, I'm just
Okay.
talking.
You listen to her, you gonna get the best sex that night. Like she gonna
No,
the best.
I'm talking about when you meeting people. Because
Yeah.
meeting people, I'm gonna tell you what I mean. I meet people. I'm not vulnerable in the beginning. I show flashes, but I'm not like that vulnerable because I read people.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Cleo, but I read people.
Cleo.
The book of Hendo. I read people, see where they're coming from, try to get a feel for where they're coming from. And slowly that's what a woman should do. You slowly let your guard down little by little. I think
Mm-hmm.
with women, they quickly let their guard down. These men come in with these bad intentions. They little Satans. So Ashley, shut up. I'm not a big softy. I could be a big softy. No, I take that back. I could be a big softy once I'm 100% vulnerable. But you'll never know until you get to that point. And this is a road for me to get to that point. Because some people, even when you do like be vulnerable to a certain extent, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
step back, you observe like, are they gonna take advantage of me or what? It,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's the world is crazy, what I'm saying. So you got to kind of watch yourself, and being hurt is just nobody want to be hurt, man or woman. Nobody want to be hurt.
I got time for that. Hey, you know what the best? So vulnerability builds intimacy, right? You know one of the best forms of intimacy?
What?
Pillow talk. That pillow talk is important. Like we could be sleepy as hell, but that pillow talk is super, super important because that's when you like spill the tea to each other. That's when you kind of like in the dark, there's some music playing or something, you know what I'm saying? And you can be vulnerable. But that pillow talk is something else.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree to that. You know, if you get to a point of pillow talk where you share information or
Mm-hmm.
deep stories or whatever, with candles lit and music playing,
Yeah.
pillow talk.
See,
Pillow
pillow talk,
talk.
pillow talk.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
singing. You don't know what song I was singing.
Oh, go. I'm sorry. Re-sing it.
No, I'm not gonna do it because Facebook will cut me off for singing it.
Oh my God.
I don't own the copyrights. No, so that is true.
Yeah.
But if you ask a lot of people in a relationship, how often do they have pillow talk?
I
Actually,
don't. That's a good question, but it's so important. I love it. Like the pillow talk is everything.
that's something to talk about later. Like pillow talk. How often does it happen?
Yeah, and you can't schedule it.
You can't schedule pillow talk. It's just gotta
No.
happen. You know
Mhm.
what? Men can set the mood though. So being vulnerable is being romantic, right? As a guy,
Mhm.
a lot of women act guys they're romantic, right? So being romantic is setting the stage, setting the mood. There are many ways to be romantic. Like you can never run out of ideas. You can repeat the same ideas and spread them out, but you can never run out of ideas being romantic. Being romantic, a guy set the mood for a lady will relax their mind. I read this, and I obviously I peek and agree. You set the mood. Hear me out. Visualize, right? Rose petals, candles. Ain't no lights. The only light is the candle visual. The light from the fire from the candle, right? Candles letting off good scent. Cucumber melon, rose petals, right? Bubble bath, right? You got the bubble bath, got the candles lit, you got the RB music playing, you got this music soul child. And
R.
my
Kelly.
mind go, what?
Sorry, nothing.
What you say? No, we're not playing R. Kelly in this mode. Yeah, we got music soul child. R. Kelly is not to be played because he will mess up the mood. We're not doing R. Kelly.
Sorry.
Shout out to R. Kelly in jail though, getting bust down. Anyway. No, okay, you got the music playing, right? You got the candles. Music Soul Child, right here, Divine. You put a little pop, you can Bruno Mars, you can put a little Bruno Mars, whatever you got. You got the playlist
Mhm.
going. You got the music going, you got a set. So you already got her mind in like that mode, like, oh,
Yes.
whatever she's going through now, she don't have to be emotional when she talks to you about it, it just come out. You
Yes.
get in her relaxed mode, you know, have her wash her back, have some wine with her too, until boom. Got that. And now you reach the bedroom, right? That's the best pillow talk. I noticed I haven't mentioned sex
Correct.
because you didn't do this time. You didn't do this with the intention of pleasuring yourself. You did
Mhm.
this with the intention of making her relax, to relax her mind, relax her body, and put her to bed in a different way.
Mhm.
So the next time, the thing is, next time she's gonna remember that, and the sex is gonna be lit. Whew. But
Mm.
that side of me of being vulnerable it hasn't came out in a long time. But that's what happened to start with me.
Okay, I got a question. Amy is agreeing with you. I agree. He got a little moves by the way he's talking. So
Not little. It's a
oh,
lot.
he got a lot of moves by the way
Don't
he's talking.
degrade my moves.
My bad. Okay, I have a question. This is because I feel like this is a form of intimacy and vulnerability.
What's up?
Have you ever had a moment where y'all both laugh during sex?
So I think I don't know. That'd be weird. Why would you be laughing though?
There are lots of reasons. Like
Fart?
not lots of reasons, but that's that vulnerability and that different types of intimacy.
What
That
kind of
like
what kind of sex are you having when you get to laugh? Is this like a comedy show or something? Like
no, but like laughing during sex is like for real. Like exactly, Amy. Maybe the queen was like real, like you know what I'm saying? Like
okay, I get that. Maybe something funny you have it on TV. It cannot be lights out, candles lit, and you just bust out laughing. Like,
No,
what are you thinking
it's
about?
something that happens that y'all laugh simultaneously. Like,
Okay, maybe Martin's on TV, some old Martin episodes, you know what I'm saying? Rinner Spoons, you know.
the random songs, you so stupid.
I can do a TV thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just both laugh. I thought it was just like random laughing, like, you know.
No. It's the queef though. Amy, me and Amy gotta hang out.
Amy, what's up? Big shout out to Amy. Hey, I saw Amy when I was in Vegas.
Mm.
Amy, support, appreciate it. Appreciate it. It was hot as hell in Vegas, though. It was like fucking 108 degrees. Hey, Amy tried to put me on some Asian restaurants. Let me tell you something. Vegas got some of the worst Asian fucking restaurants ever. Like the fucking worst, and they are expensive. Like they're bad.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't. I tried to go get egg rolls at one spot, right? And they would tell me we only got pork. I mean, you ain't got no damn like regular veggie egg rolls or chicken egg rolls. It just is bad. Amy, hey, look. Next time I'm in Vegas, I've been trying to change food in Vegas. Even when I went last year, I failed 0 for 3. This time I ended up going to what's that little chain they get everywhere, Chinese food places, Panda Express.
Panda Express. I was gonna say Orange Express.
And let me tell you, I went and ordered some Mexican food, and I ordered in Spanish, and I must have said it wrong because they got my fucking order wrong.
Do you know the best Panda Express and Pepe's was at ISU?
Yes, it was.
Like, why was it so good? I think it was because it wasn't real.
For real.
Yeah.
But that's fake shit.
Something.
But hey, so being vulnerable is being vulnerable. Like I like so going to eat. I'm like a person. I can go pick some off the menu wherever I go, and just being open to something new. That's like being vulnerable. Like let's try this. Let's try this. This.
It's super, super important. Hey, but the flip side. So you know how like when you're supposed to be vulnerable, you can share anything, but when somebody becomes critical, that's the opposite. So like because they feel like you can say anything to the person that you're with,
Right.
but stuff that they start saying, they critical of everything that you do.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's the opposite of vulnerability.
That's just hate to me. Like if you just become critical and just start criticizing everything, like listen here, man. Like because you got the people that like you'll tell them everything, and they have something negative to say. That's like you got to avoid negativity. I'm not totally against that.
Exit left.
Exit, yeah. So, I mean, you got so women. Let me tell you something. You got to watch the men that are vulnerable to you because now you got to watch out because they might like other men, and you don't want to be the man that like other men and dress like a woman. No, I'm serious now. You got to listen to me, Donna. You got to listen. The world is different right now. The world is not as masculine with men as you think. I've told you this before. The numbers have decreased. And this is why you got men that are highly disrespectful, that they don't know how to be vulnerable. They just like tough shit all the time. Then you have men that want to be vulnerable and be overly vulnerable, and they become vulnerable to other men. That's their life, you know, whatever. Nothing against that. But women, watch who you're vulnerable to. There are not many good sources out here of men. You got your Jodies, you got your child sex offenders, that you got your people locked up in jail. They're not good options to choose from. The immaturity, the no jobs. Well, Ashley, here we go. I'm speaking truth. Hey, this not a lie. Like, what am I lying about? Like, there are not like you got a lot of immature guys out here. The beaters, yeah, Ashley. You have the who beat women. So,
sing it.
Sing what?
Sing it.
Sing what?
Sing something.
I'm talking about all the dudes out here. Why it's less quality of men for these women out here. You gotta make a choices wisely, women. Because men out here, think about it. I had a friend of mine, right? Oh, I met this guy. He's this, he's that. I got bored one day, decided to do some research and found out she's a sex offender, and she had a little girl at the time. So I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I might be the hater, and I'm looking out. Like your guy is a registered sex offender. He can't live between this many feet or miles between schools. That's why women don't get vulnerable till you do your research. Ask guys questions and don't date them. Be friends. because when you date, you have some form of you be more vulnerable when you're in a dating phase.
Mm.
Oof, yes, I did it. I said it right. You're more vulnerable when you date. When you be friends, there's no expectations, and you can learn more. You can actually focus. Then when you date, you're trying to impress people and put on the show so you can lure them in. Whew, man.
Pet agrees with you. You need to make that your post for tomorrow. You could be
Wait,
more.
she say fact? She agree with me? I'm not. Oh no, she didn't. I'm about to call. Hey, that's why I'm not calling you. I was about to call you tonight when you got off the show. I ain't calling you no more. I ain't calling
Oh, Pex, he not calling you.
calling you. I thought she's agreeing with me. I was about to call. We was gonna share a moment. I was gonna be vulnerable with you, lady. You just put me a thumbs down. I'm not calling her now.
Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. See, she said facts on
Okay, facts don't get to know a person. You can't do it with dating, and we just said why with men. This is why I said it. And this is more for women than men. This is why I said it. Because of you got to learn the man's background. You have to. You can't get caught up and get vulnerable and then start accepting things that you normally want to accept because you done fell in love or you got to a certain point where you call feelings and you're like, maybe I can accept this. You can't. Get to know them so you can weed out the red flags. Men do it too, but more women than men need to do it. You have to get to know people. Don't date. Dating is a performance. It's a performance for men. When man trying to fucking get some draws, they're gonna be Prince Charm. They're gonna open the door. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do all they can to fuck because that's what they're trying to do is get in your draws. Men have a purpose. Women are more vulnerable than men. Men are like fucking vultures. If they around fucking, they're gonna just be around and they're gonna do whatever they can do to please you, to do what they can do and lie.
I'm sorry. Don't. Why did you put that out there? Don't.
Dating is not get to know somebody. Dating is $1 million word. Like that's they gonna do. Dating is $1 million word. You're not dating. You're friends with them. You're getting to know them. You can't date and get to know nobody. Period.
Dating.
The problem with hold on. She said even with that, time will tell. Time is a terrible thing to waste. Time is the most valuable thing that we don't have on earth. You don't have time to tell. You have time to do research and find out. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. Because you let them in, they'll get them draws, they're gonna be gone.
Oh
they're gonna be GTD.
Said you should have been here at the beginning of the show to defend your bro. Now we about to go. Oh.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm gonna fight. Hold on. Let me check Southwest. Check us out. I'm going down
he said he coming to Atlanta. He coming to the A.
Okay, I can't take this no more.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna come down there. You done did it. I have to check flights right now. Hold on.
You need help, bro. You really need help. Something is wrong with you. Hey, next wine therapy, y'all. Jay Hendo is going to be telling us about how he's putty in some chick's hands now, and he's taking bubble baths with rose petals and bursting bath beads because he's vulnerable.
No, I'm not. Hold on. Let's do these tickets to Southwest.
All right, I will ask Ed while you looking up your flights to go beat up Pex. Said in a relationship, when you become vulnerable, don't you find yourself taking on like some of your woman's likes? Like all of a sudden you like her hand cream, or you got a face cleaning routine, or like I'm serious, or you walking around singing Heather Headley or some mess. I don't know, but it's
I know he'll do that. I know I'm supposed to say it. He ain't that no.
You're like no, hell no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right. Couple of weeks, Ashley. I'll be down in Georgia.
He found a flight, G. He found a flight. That is so funny. Hendo, it's okay to be putty in her hands.
It's not putty. You be putty search. You talking about singing the Beyonce songs and shit. Ain't nobody from do sing no Beyonce songs. Like,
okay.
It's way you could be vulnerable. I just don't be vulnerable that way. I'm not Beyonce.
You gonna be doing dishes, being like, yeah.
I do dishes. I help cook. I help clean. I can coincide to that.
Said I can't. Honestly, I can't because
she said, would you have another? Would you let your wife help shave your pubic hairs?
Yeah. Okay. Said that's a great question. Would you let her help shave or wax your pubic hairs? That's vulnerability. You trust her near your jewels.
And the only reason you probably do it because you think you'll get a happy ending afterwards.
It'll be the best happy ending you ever had because she knows you trust her. And said, what about laughing during sex?
You be like, go ahead, shit on it, baby. Oh, yeah, get that.
Oh, man. See?
Right there, you move it.
Yeah, I gotta come see you, bro. Like, yep.
I'm gonna look him different. I go down and I come out and see him. I'm gonna get bro the side eye like.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Jay Henny. Once you meet the right one, you go buy her
I would say I would have just certain things.
some walls clippers yourself. Be like, I got you a Christmas present, and it's gonna be some clippers.
I'll check it myself. No thanks. No, I'm gonna take it myself. You know, I'm just not. No one's gonna come near me and like get this. No, we're not. No, I ain't saying. I know it's your woman. I ain't saying nothing's wrong with it. I just said I wouldn't do it.
Okay, it's an experience. So did we talk about experiencing new things together? It's an experience, something to experience together.
I just said I wouldn't. Well, I said that I would say that. I actually brought up a point earlier, Pex. So there's a reason I would do it if it's a happy ending.
Oh, okay. So now you changing your tune.
Yeah. I would just be like,
oh my God.
It's like,
something is wrong with you. Truly, something is wrong with you. Exactly, the vibration, the happy ending, like, and it's going to be the best head ever because she's happy and excited that you trust her down there.
Do women get actually excited that they get to shave their man pubic hairs? I ain't never heard this one though. I'm asking.
I do. Like,
is it like, oh,
I got you by the balls at that point? Like, I got you by the balls. Like, you can shave me.
You can shave me. You can shave me. You can shave me.
Now, I ain't going around hooking everybody up. Like, no.
No, I ain't say you. I'll talk like Oprah where you say, you get the car, you get the car. I'm talking about me. You get the shave 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 me. Y'all take turns.
And you know what? It gives me a chance to look at it real close. So if some chick ever send me a dick pic, I'm gonna know if it's yours or not. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good point. You know, women think they slick. Women, they ain't shaving. They just mess around like, yeah. I'm gonna see a dick pic. I'm gonna know if it's his.
Oh my God. Says hair draws scent. So it's best to shave if you cheat. You a wild boy, Sid.
Oh,
oh goodness. That is funny. I can't. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I should make my own shaving kit called something, but then like I could sell it to women, be like, ladies, shave his balls and know if he getting everybody draws. Like, yeah.
Get a girl's like, bitch, yeah. Bitch. I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah. That is funny. Hey, I'm done with my wine. I'm not drinking no more.
Hey, let me tell you something. We got make sure we got a show coming up. Seriously funny. Mm-hmm. You know, I always forget the date. So
I'm excited.
Let me go back and get this date right here. Here we go. We got Seriously Funny on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central. We're gonna be talking about. Ooh. Oh no, I don't have overtime that day. We're gonna be good. Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the Biden administration, the railroad shutdown, the Victoria's Secret scandal, and 2024 presidential election. So that's going to be dope. I'm going to be sitting on top of politics. I'm going to be doing it in a way where it's going to be probably perceived as being ignorant, and I don't care. Big shout out to Kamala Harris as vice president. You know, if I was a woman, I would suck my to get to. Okay, anyway.
Time to go. If he ain't no one.
But no, Kamala Harris, you know, if I was a woman, my vagina would be very useful to get a lot of things done.
Are you serious?
I would be vice president of companies. I would hold my way up to the top.
No.
Kamala Harris did it.
No.
Immediately,
no.
I would. I said if I was a woman, I ain't got nothing to do with you. If I was a woman, I would sleep my way to the top of the.
You never mind. I was going to say something super inappropriate. Said that sensitive area. Just say about to be like, wake his wife up like, hey, let's try this.
And you said I called myself. No, I was going to say something that I probably don't care if I say it anyway, but it was, whatever. Appropriate, I guess. Inappropriate, who knows? Who cares? I don't care.
That is
But
so.
anyway, seriously funny. And we did get up and grind already this month.
We did, but we got a love and sarcasm coming up we got to do it before the end of the month.
No, love and sarcasm. We do have a date for it. Love and sarcasm. That's what the thing was for. Love and sarcasm. And I'm gonna pull up the calendar for that day for love and sarcasm, which is gonna be September 26th. Monday. Love and sarcasm. It's gonna go down. It's me, Sid, Donna, and
Ashley.
Pax, when you come out of the box, when Pax come out.
The people are asking for girls' night, and I feel like it's only right to do it with the trio.
Pax, let me tell you something about Pax. I'm coming down there. We about to go out. We about to talk about this face to face, this French and this dating thing. Obviously, we ain't got no resolve. So I'm coming down there. And I'm landing, and we need to talk about this.
I guess
we are.
Okay.
We're going down south.
And that's that.
That's that.
That's that. Hey, y'all, we signing off. He need a quick nap. I gotta water down his wine that I done drunk. And
I don't need a quick nap. I don't need no quick nap. I gotta work tonight, so ain't no me going to sleep for what 15 minutes. You call me a crackhead on the wine there?
Yeah,
I'm a crackhead, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, that's cool. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Wine Therapy. And we'll be back on Tuesday with Seriously Funny. And we got the other show that she just said on whatever date I just mentioned.
On the 26th.
On the 26th. Thank y'all for tuning in Wine Therapy. Good night, y'all. Peace out.
Later.